It's like weird when you're kind of like, I know I'm talking to you, but I'm looking at you, but so it looks like I'm not looking at you.
I'm trying to look at the camera instead of look, because if I look at you, my eyes go down. And I'm
Down,
like, oh,
yeah. The green screen looks like,
yeah.
look, you can, looks like it's,
Oh, yeah.
and what was I had another thought.
I
Right.
forgot the word. The
And
word is off my brain. Oh, I forgot the hashtag.
hashtag Suspish member biz.
Hashtag. See.
Yeah.
Watch it. I'll get it wrong. There will be a blooper reel. There will be. Right,
However
okay,
you want to pronounce it, you can get away with it with your accent, so you're fine. 3, 2. Hey everybody, welcome to the Suspish Squad Bailey Banter. This is episode 48. I am Kat and I am here with Miss Dayna. How are you, girl?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. It's been a crazy couple months, hasn't it?
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah. We had our member takeover month in October. We did not get a chance to do a Bailey Banter in November, so we're going to be announcing both the Ophra winner case, the one they did all 4 looks for the member takeover month in October, the monthly October winner, and the November October winner. So we've got some cool announcements coming up. So you have to listen to know if you win. If your name is picked, you have to contact Natalie White by the next time the next Bailey Banter comes out. So the sooner you get it, the sooner you get your prize. Oh, but in the meantime, we've got some great news about the health of our group.
Yes.
And we are green.
Yay!
Yes, we are no longer in the red. We are no longer at risk of being shut down by Facebook. So thank you, Suspishies, for kind of abiding by our rules, being patient with us most of all, because there are a lot of things that we weren't pushing through, we weren't approving. Everybody's still on post-approval because we want to keep our health, the health of the group very green and healthy, I guess. So that's very exciting. You want to talk about some of the rules?
Yeah, so we keep things like, I don't want to say nudity. Somebody asked me about this in the group the other day about nudity, and I was like, well, that's not so much our group thing, it's just a Facebook thing. Like, you can't be nude on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a given.
Yeah.
But then obviously things like being kind to people, if someone puts a look up and they might be starting out with makeup, or they might have, you don't know, like I have MS, sometimes my hands don't work, so my looks aren't perfect. So just being kind, not being rude to people, and
encouraging, be encouraging,
yeah. And if you've got nothing nice to say, just move on instead of commenting it.
Yeah, just keep scrolling, right? Just keep scrolling, just keep scrolling. Kind of, what is that, Nemo?
Yeah, Dory, just keep swimming.
Like Dory, yeah. Be Dory. Don't be Bruce the shark. Be Dory the fish. Just keep scrolling.
Dory.
Be Dory.
The world of Bruce is Dory. I like that.
Yes. We also do Business Wednesdays.
Yes.
So, like you have a business, you post on Wednesdays. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yep. Business on Wednesdays. If you have a business, if you work for a business, or if you own your own business, you can advertise that on a Wednesday only, as long as you hashtag Suspish member biz, and then they can go on Wednesdays, and you can advertise as many times as you like on the Wednesdays, but only on the Wednesdays.
And another part to that is, if you don't like it, don't come on Wednesdays, because the reason why we do it is because a lot of people are trying to promote themselves. Social media is a huge platform, and we want to, again, like you said before, we want to be encouraging and kind. So we do dedicate one day to do that. If you're not about that, then, you can come back Thursday. Doesn't mean we won't do our normal posts, the makeup, murder mystery makeup, Bailey type related posts, because those are still going to be in there. But Wednesdays are the only days that we do allow that. And you also are not able to direct message any members in the group regarding your business. That is in the rules. When you requested to be a member, You agreed to those rules. And now if I were to reach out to you, Dayna, which I have done before with some of your CBD stuff, like, hey, I'm interested in this, this, and this, then of course we're going to have that direct, communication, but you wouldn't be able to reach out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be the person going to you, the customer coming to you for
the product.
Yeah.
Or service or something along those lines. So
yeah.
We are an encouraging group. We want to keep everything positive. We want to keep everything very tightly related to murder mystery, makeup, and Bailey, which of course is why we're here. So anything kind of outside of those circles, we usually don't, we usually don't approve those type of things. It must be kind of related. Now, we also are aware, because we were in the red for so long, that if it's a little too much, like kind of tiptoes that line just a little bit, don't be surprised if it doesn't get approved. You will normally get a message from one of us admins or moderators to say, hey, we're not approving this because of X, Y, and Z, or if it goes against some of the rules. Most of the time you will get a message from one of us directly. So expect that if that happens, and we just expect you to understand.
Yeah.
So I guess now we'll go ahead and announce the winners that are overdue for October. So as I mentioned in the beginning, the Ophra case, it's over $170 worth. This is a beautiful, beautiful case. We've advertised it on the page for a while. We've had a couple of different contests going, and we decided Member Takeover month would be the perfect month. So with that, you had to have done all 4 looks that our Member Takeover team proposed to the group. And the winner of that is... Congratulations! You win the Ophra case. You win this absolutely amazing prize, and you must absolutely contact Natalie White to correspond with her, send her your address so she can send you the case.
Yes. It's amazing. Yay. It's such a neat case.
Now, along with the Ophra grand prize, if you will, we still had our monthly challenge winners, which meant you had to do between 1 and 4 of the looks, up to 4 entries, and the winner of that one for October is... Thank you, Sherry. Congratulations. Round of applause. Okay, so I got October done. Dayna, November?
Yes. Okay, so the winner for our November look that we do every single month, and this month for November month was
one of your admins for the group. She won in the random selection, and as every month, with the exception of our Member Takeover month, Ophra case grand prize, very few times. Sometimes we'll have companies come on and sponsor where they choose a look or choose a winner, but our regularly monthly challenges are picked at random. Okay. Yeah, because it's not talent based, which is the best part.
Yeah,
not based on anybody can do it. Absolutely, you can be, glamour, or you can be, however, as long as you use the hashtag. So for December, it is hashtag Suspish DEC 22. So Suspish December 22. Yeah, 'tis the season. Holiday movie week is what we're calling it. So hashtag Suspish December 22 holiday movie week. So pick your favorite holiday movie, duplicate a look or whatever you interpret it as. So that's going to be our first week. And we've got, as we've mentioned, there's 4 that come out usually about once a week. And you do all 4, you get up to 4 entries, and then the winner will be announced in the following month. Yay! That's so exciting.
I'm excited for the Christmas movies. I really want to see some Grinch stuff.
Oh yes, we've had some fabulous ones. Like, and we do have some special effects and kind of cosplay people that post, which are amazing. But even just the slightest little, a little finger, like the Grinch finger that kind of comes off of the eyelid with, the little ornament that sticks down. If we've seen just something like that, it can be as simple or as elaborate as you want it to be.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be amazing.
It is. It is. We've actually had quite a few so far. So keep them coming in. We love it. We have been kind of like I said, a little bit behind. Things have been a little bit hectic in the group, but we're back on green. We're back on track. Things are going full steam ahead, which also means we have some murder, mystery, and makeup to catch up on. Some of that juicy goss,
Yeah.
juicy murder goss.
Good.
But her latest episode, and hopefully she'll come out with one, this coming Monday. But the last one is a cannibal one.
We love the cannibals.
We love the cannibals. Isn't that insane? And she
Yeah.
even actually said that on the video. She's like, people always request cannibal. Like, she's like, you sickos.
I think it's because it's like the bizarre ones.
Yes.
If someone murders people, you're like, okay, you're a murderer, okay, but why eat? Why? I think it's definitely a kink thing. She
Yeah.
said it was. I'm sure it was a kink.
Yeah, it's a thing, and it's, I don't know. I think you're right though. The stranger, the better. Like, the more out of the norm or out of the ordinary, the more attracted people are to it because they're just, I think, just curious.
Yeah, like how does this person's brain work?
Yes.
I think that's okay.
Yes, exactly. So we have a gentleman, and this is like, he was born in what, late 1800s, and this happened early 1900s. So Carl Danke. And do you remember what she said his name, like what they called him in like the little village?
Oh, it was was it Papa Donkey?
Papa Danke, but it was Vader. So like Darth Vader,
Oh,
Vader literally means father.
Vader, yeah. So funnily enough, Vater in German is dad.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Vader Danke is like
Father.
Papa Danke.
Or thank you, right? Danke is thank you, isn't it? Or thanks. Papa thanks.
Yeah. You had a weird name.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's friendly, and every in cultures as well, the translation isn't always a direct translation. So Father thanks, Father thank you. He was she called him the town's pork guy. He was known for like delicious pork and made like leather belts and like satchels and all the like a bunch of different things, but everybody loved him apparently in this village.
Yeah. Everyone was like, oh, this guy's amazing. Oh, yeah, I know him. He's great.
Yeah. But is he?
Yeah, is he?
Is he? So he ended up, so apparently this guy by the name of Gabriel comes into the police station with a huge gash on his head. And before he passes out from blood loss and blunt force trauma, he's like, Papa Donkey did it. And then like passes out. So of course they go to his house and they ask him, hey, what happened? And he said it was self-defense. Papa Donkey said this man, Gabriel, came to him and attacked him. He was just trying to sell him some pork, pickled pork.
Oh.
And, Papa Donkey, or Gabriel attacked Papa Donkey, and lo and behold, Gabriel has a gash on his head.
From the axe we keep in the closet.
Everybody has an axe in the closet, right?
I have two.
Yeah, one for each hand.
Exactly. Ha
ha. So they went and talked to him, and they're like, hey, Carl. That's his actual name. Carl Donkey. Carl, come on down and come down to the station. Let's ask you some more questions. And he didn't quite make it through the night.
That was a twist that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
I will be honest. When she said that he did that, I was like, oh, so he definitely did.
Right.
He had some stuff to hide that he was not happy about.
Well, like your shirt said, sounds suspish. Suspish. Like,
it definitely, yeah, that like
something's going on.
He knew that he'd been got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd been done caught in something and didn't want to own up to it.
He could have just lied. Everyone believed him. Everyone liked him. He could have been like, I've never seen this dude. but he didn't.
Well, guilt is a bitch, isn't it?
True.
I know I have a guilty conscience. Like, if I do something or if I feel like, oh, I didn't mean to do something, but it could be perceived as something, that somebody takes bad or takjust wrong, I'm just always like, I'm so sorry. That's not what I meant. Oh my gosh. Like, or if somebody asks me something, I'm like, I have such a guilty conscience. Like, I can't let that weigh on me or else I will never sleep again in my life. So there's
Yeah, I'm
that.
exactly the same. It's
I'm a
like,
horrible criminal. Which is why I investigated him for so long. So there you go. So Carl stays the night. He hangs himself. They find him the next day hanging in his cell. And this is Christmas Eve, too.
hmm.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve, and Papa Donke's hanging himself in his cell, I guess, at the police station. And they're like, something's going on here. So they go home or go to his home and start, like, typical post-incident investigation, right? You go and you start looking at all of the different things. Things look pretty normal, except they found a few things. They found some teeth. And that's
Yeah.
what really kind of sparked it, was the teeth in a bowl in the sink, I think, or something like that, or somewhere in the kitchen. It was like 240 human teeth just in a bowl. Like, people put jewels or marbles or something like in a vase. They were teeth.
Why would he keep them?
He kept a lot.
He did.
He
Actually.
kept a lot. So the teeth, I would say, was the tongue biter into what the other things that they were going to find. So like normal too, most meat places have a stench, right?
Hmm.
And they could tell that there was a stench there, and some of the neighbors later would say that they came over and were asking him, like, why is it so smelly over here? And sometimes he said it was bad meat. Sometimes, or there was one time when he said, I have an illness and only dogs can heal it.
Yeah.
That was weird.
What? I'd be like, what part of the dog is helping me with this illness?
Oh no. That would just, maybe I would like to think maybe it was just the companion of a dog, but they don't just smell like that.
No. And he's eating people, so I can't imagine companionship sort of at the top of his list.
Yes. Yes.
Ugh.
Maybe he ate the dog. If
It
there
was
was
the
a dog.
vinegar as well, though. Like, obviously, because he was making the pickled
Pickled
pork.
pork. Yes.
Of course, it's going to smell like vinegar. But then
Yes.
at the same time, vinegar is quite a strong odor, and I feel like that might cover the things that obviously would be smelling worse. But then the
Mm-hmm.
vinegar, it's a worse smell. It's a very coverable smell, isn't it? Vinegar,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
very
Ugh.
suspicious.
Ugh. So, I mean, needless to say, once they found the teeth, they started finding other things. Shoulder bones, toes,
Yeah, there was an odd
head.
number of toes.
What's that?
There was an odd number of toes, which was quite
Yes.
surprising because I was like, why is there an odd number?
Maybe one of them deteriorated too bad. I don't know. Maybe he decided to eat one whole as like a little sausage and see if he liked it. I don't know. I'm just
Nail it.
being I'm just being weird at this point.
There was like femurs, parts of like the end of bones, and there was
Mhm.
what was it, two pairs of elbows, and
Yeah.
just a bizarre range of bones.
And what they did is like, and once they kind of started putting everything together, they figured it was at least 40, if not more, at least
Yeah.
40 different people over the
I think
span of 10 years.
the ages as well were really bizarre because he
Yes.
kind of did for anyone. There was a 16-year-old and then like a 78-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge gap,
That
but he
is,
didn't do it for the meat.
yeah. 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 Which they also found some like newspaper clippings
Mm.
and of people who were either like released out of prison or something like that. So they're thinking, or presuming, or maybe Bailey made this presumption that that's probably, he was targeting probably vulnerable people who needed a place to stay. So he would offer them a place to stay in his home and never make it out.
Yeah, he was looking at the prisons and the hospitals, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And I suppose at the same time, you could say he was kind of like maybe a Dexter kind of person, like he thought he was, taking out the trash kind of thing from people.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, maybe.
That popped in my head, and I thought, possible.
Yeah.
She said a saint as well. What would a saint do? Check out the bad people. So, but then how bad can a 16-year-old person be?
No, I don't know. Yeah.
You're feeding the.
Well, it's about 100 years after that incident now, because it was the 1920s. So 100 years later, there's some hella 16-year-olds out there.
This is true. Back then,
yeah, probably not. Things were there was a little bit more corporal punishment back then. A little bit more discipline.
Yeah, very, very bizarre story though.
Very. Yeah, it was crazy. And I'm wondering if she'll kind of continue this same type of gruesome, and because a couple of the things that she said too is there were 2 other cannibals that were kind of around the same area and same time frame,
who were all eating people. Yeah, because she was like, cannibalism seemed to be a thing.
yeah, it was kind of,
maybe that was it. They were just real hungry.
Well, she also made a good point too about it being during like a depression era, and the people were blaming the government for not helping with sustenance and helping people to survive, that basically this poor, kind, wonderful papadanka resulted to killing people and eating people.
Yeah, and serving them at weddings.
Yes. Oh, there was one whole wedding party, she said, that realized their whole meal for the wedding they ordered from papadanka, and pretty much the whole party there ate humans
on their wedding day. That can't be a good sign.
No, I think I'd have rain. I'd have rain over humans consuming humans, I should say.
No, I want humans at the wedding. Yeah. In attendance.
Not
as the service.
Not on the plate. But what a story! That's just crazy.
I really wanted to follow up with the other 2 guys, because one of them had the same first name, and he was
Carl. I don't remember the other one's name, but yeah, one of them had the same first name. And then the other one, was that the vampire? There was another one that was a vampire.
Yeah, because he liked to bite people's necks.
And that's how he killed them. Yeah.
What a bizarre way to kill people, though.
Yeah, maybe the first Dracula, or like where Dracula kind of came from. That would be curious.
But yeah, he seemed creepy.
Yes, very, very creepy. Very interesting story. Love the plot twists. Always love a good plot twist.
That shocked me. When she said that he did that in his cell, I was like, oh, bro was guilty straight away.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that it was going to be like a good...
Yeah. Yep. No. Well, I mean, if you think about it, and she says it sometimes too, anytime that there's the reason why she's talking about these people, it's not because they are great. It's because usually they've done something wrong. Well, Dayna, what a story. Thanks for popping on here today. So good to see you, beautiful.
I need to come back more. I really do.
Yeah. Well, we are picking back up. We're in the green. Our challenges are right back on track. We've got our announcements and everything on track. We're back on schedule. So we are closing this out with this year out with a bang, and next year is going to be phenomenal. So ready for next year. Ready for a fresh start.
Yes, 100%.
Yes. Great to see you, lovely. Thanks for tuning in, Suspicious. Check out the next Bailey Banter, where we'll talk a little bit more about Bailey, what we got going